Hey, day 86. Post-op from my mini gastric bypass surgery that of course did occur on Valentine's Day, 14th of February this year. So excited to confirm that we have officially turned a corner, people. We have officially turned a corner, and I think it's fair to say the nausea has definitely gone. So it would seem that yes, the omeprazole that I was taking was indeed the nasty cause of the nausea that I was having. Since stopping that omeprazole sort of mid last week, the nausea has gone. So very excited. very excited to say I have turned that corner. It totally just feels like a very different experience now. A very different experience to what I have had for the past 3 months, really. That ongoing battling nausea was, it was hard. It was really hard. So yeah, feeling so great now that nausea has moved on. Long may that last. I've actually had my son home all this week unwell, and I felt a little bit iffy today, I have to say. And at times I would find myself going, is this the nausea back? Please tell me this is not the nausea back. And then I'd be like, no, Marie, your 8-year-old is at home and he is unwell. You're just feeling whatever he has got going on. So reminding myself that, yes. But no, day 86. And I finally feel like I might be able to start enjoying this journey, because I really don't feel like I've enjoyed it at all up until now. So yes, stopping that omeprazole last week has got rid of the nausea, which is just incredible. So really at this point, I'm just experimenting now with foods, finding out what I can eat, what I can't eat. Everyone else that I know that had surgery on the same day as me or around that same time, they've already gone through this process. But I really haven't, because I went back to soft foods, then I went back to liquids. I was on straight protein shakes for 2 weeks trying to deal with that nausea. And then, of course, the 8 days in hospital being nasal fed. There's so much of the learning about my new body that I haven't done yet. So I'm really going through that process at the moment. One thing that I'm finding interesting, yet frustrating, is I feel like I am always hungry. Always hungry. So obviously, when I was trying to deal with that nausea after I came out of hospital that last time, I was told by the dietitian to try eating 6 times a day. I was eating every 2 to 2.5 hours for all of the hours that I was awake. That was me trying to get as much food as I could in, because I was vomiting up. About 50% of anything I ate, I was vomiting up. But also to just try and keep that nausea under control. The theory was that if we kept a little bit of food in always, then that might help the nausea. So now that the nausea has been cured, hallelujah, now that it's been cured, I've been trying to ease back to more that traditional 3 kind of meals that I was told to have. I think, Shannon, yes, bit of self-love, bit of self-care this week. And I'm really struggling. I am really struggling. I can't go back to 3 meals, not at this point anyway. At this point, I'm trying to stick to 3 meals and 2 snacks, but I'm not doing too good at that either. So whenever I feel the hunger coming on, which is usually about 1.5 hours to 2 hours after I've eaten, my first process is to stop and just assess the hunger. Is it head hunger, which is very different to physical hunger? Head hunger is more habitual. It's like, I'm bored, I should eat. Or it's morning tea time, that's when we always eat. It's more your head is telling your body it's time to eat. Where physical hunger is when you actually feel it in your stomach. You get the grumbles, you maybe get the pains, and that is actually your body telling you that you need to be nourished. That is your body's way of communicating to you, hey, you need to feed me. So whenever I feel that hunger, the first step is to always stop and go, which one is it? And it's always physical hunger. It's always the grumbling stomach. And if I try to ignore it for too long, I get really, really sore tummy. So I'm eating a lot at the moment. And it feels very counterintuitive. It feels very opposite to what I think I should be doing. But it's so hard at the same time to stop and go, okay, yes, you are eating every couple of hours, Marie, but just remember you're eating hardly anything. Like, compared to what I would eat pre-surgery, I am eating minuscule. For example, I've just made myself a snack now because I'm hungry and I thought I would come on and show you. I cut a slice of cheese, cut it in half. So this is half of my snack. Slice of cheese with some chow, some relish on top. Okay, 2 of these, that's my snack. Whereas pre-surgery, a snack might have been, I don't know, a bag of chips, a couple of chocolate biscuits, might have had an ice cream. You know, quantity-wise, and even probably quality-wise, is very different. But in my head, I'm like, I'm eating so much. I'm constantly eating. This can't be good. I'm going to put weight back on. This is so bad. So that's a funny little head game that's going on at the moment with myself, is allowing myself to eat when I need to eat. Recognizing that it's my body going, no, you still need to nourish me. We've probably been undernourished for quite some time now. So just keep bringing it in. Thanks. Keep shoveling it in. And fighting that urge of going, no, don't eat, no, because you'll ruin everything that you've done. And yes, Nicole, a lot of people, what I was told when I had the surgery was that it would be pretty safe to assume that I would never feel hunger, physical hunger, for 6 to 12 months post-surgery. Very unusual for someone definitely less than 6 months post-surgery to feel hunger. Generally, you're doing like a year plus that you're going to feel it. However, by having a feeding tube in for 8 days, that has reactivated my hunger cues, unfortunately. I was told that in the hospital, that could well happen, and it seems that it has. It has activated it, but it's also likely to be an element of the fact that I was so malnourished. I was so undernourished that my body is just screaming at me at the moment. You're not feeling nauseous, just eat, just give us something, just give us whatever you've got. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. And like I say, it doesn't matter how often you eat because they're such small portions. They're tiny, right? And you're dead right. It comes from punishment from our old selves. It's that diet mindset that anyone's had the surgery has lived with for so long. Don't eat, it's bad for you. Versus my body is actually telling me it physically needs something, so eat. So that's really funny. Another thing I have noticed in the last week, that I probably haven't spent too much time thinking about, but I have noticed it, is a couple of comments. I've had 3 people say it to me now. Now that my excitement for life is back, I've been sharing with people, people are looking at me going, holy man, you look amazing. And I'm like, I know, I've basically lost my 8-year-old. I'm basically as good as 25 kilos down. It's incredible. And 3 people now have said to me, you're going to weigh less than me soon. And it's such an interesting comment. I hold no personal grudges against anyone that said it to me. Just putting that out there. It's just such an interesting comment because I know pre-surgery, Marie, as my big person, you're always aware who in your life weighs more than you. Consciously, unconsciously, I don't know, but you're aware. You don't judge them for it because, hey, you're overweight yourself, but you're aware. It's almost like this little thing of, they're bigger than me. I'm doing okay. They're bigger than me. And there have not been many people in my life that have weighed more than me. I, for most of my life, have been the heaviest female I know. I know a few males that would weigh more than me, but I was 143 kilos when I went into this. There's not many females I know that weighed more than me. So I really have always been that person to everybody else. And now these people are making the comments of, you're going to weigh less than me soon. And I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. It's just interesting. It's just comments that I have picked up. And yeah, I'll be the fat friend now. It's along that same kind of thing, right? It's just interesting. It's really, really interesting. Like I say, I don't hold any grudge to them. It's just, it's something that I think unconsciously we all hold on to, that, oh, they're bigger than me, they're bigger than me. I know I'm bigger than them, but, you know, this is where I fit in the pecking order. This is where I am. And when something is going to jeopardize that pecking order, it can create your own insecurities. It can create that little bit of doubt, a little bit of panic, maybe, which is causing these people to say, oh, you're going to weigh less than me soon. So it's just been an interesting comment that I've heard, that I've picked up on being said to me, that I have thought about a couple of times. So, like I say, it doesn't upset me. It's just something that really interested me. A lot of people said to me that one of the hardest things about this journey, now obviously they didn't have my journey and they have no idea about what it is to have a hard journey, but in their opinions, one of the hardest part of the journey is actually where you fit socially post-surgery. And it does come down to things. It does come down to friendships. You know, it wasn't a factor for me, but I know a lot of people that have gone into this surgery being in a marriage, okay, being in a happily married state. And as part of the psychology appointment you have beforehand, they lay it out for you that a huge percentage of marriages fail post-surgery. A huge percentage. And that is because as you lose weight, you change. Now, I don't know whether I will. I'm putting my hand up and saying I don't know whether I will. We will see. But a lot of people go into surgery being that shy, quiet person that hides at the back of the room. They never want to have their photo taken. They loathe how they look. They hide behind this veil of who they are. Please don't look at me. I'm the, just don't look at me. I'm not happy with who I am. And you might come up with your own imagination of what that means in terms of a married couple. What surgery can do is when you lose all of that weight, you shed all of that weight, you shed all of that insecurity, it can change your personality. You can become that bubbly one in the room. You can become that one that wants to wear the figure-hugging clothes, and instead of staying home every Friday and Saturday night on the couch in your own safe place, you want to go out, you want to go see friends, you want to go dancing in town, you want to do these things, and it changes who you are. Because you feel different about yourself. Now, like I say, I have my doubts. I was always centre of attention. Like, that didn't worry me. I really didn't give a rat's about what I looked like. I loved my body. I've done this for the health benefits, not to change how I look. But people do say how you fit into society changes. And I just feel like some of these comments that I'm picking up is almost just the beginning of that journey for me. I'm not concerned about that journey. I'm more interested. And I just thought I would bring it up here. Just, like I said, I haven't taken offense to it, but it's just, on the face of it, it's a very odd thing to say to someone. You know, it's not, oh, congratulations, that's incredible, that's amazing. It's, oh, you're going to weigh less than me soon. It's just an odd thing to say. But like I say, being that fat person for all of my life, I can understand it. I totally get why they've said it. So it's just, indicating that start of shift, I think, and where I fit in society. But anyway, that is me. I'm going to go and have the second half of my snack, bedtime snack. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well, and I feel like a different person. I feel like I've got a sparkle back in my eye. I feel like I can enjoy life again, and I really wasn't. I really wasn't enjoying my life at all. So very excited about where these next few weeks are going to take me.